I haven't seen your content, so I wouldn't say you're bad at making paid content, but no, when you add a paid partnership label, you do not get suppressed reach. It just sometimes is hard to come up with a way to promote something that is also engaging in a way that your normal stuff is engaging. So I'd encourage you to experiment maybe with some other ways of doing paid partnerships, but we are not demoting things that you mark as paid partnerships, I promise. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, you can actually translate your reels into up to 9 other languages at this point, and it will help your reach because those reels will be eligible to show up for people who don't speak the language you normally speak, but speak one of the languages that your reel was translated into. So it will help your reach. I actually really agree with this. It should be easier to get to your saved collections. It's just hard because we don't really want to add another tab necessarily, and it doesn't really make sense on your profile. So if you have specific ideas, let me know. It would be great to come up with something that was simple and elegant, but much easier to get to. I don't think we're going to do it. We've experimented with it in the past, but generally messaging is just deeply integrated into Instagram across the board. Actually, people share more photos and videos and messages than they do to stories or feed in a given day, even if you don't look at any texts. It's how you reply to stories. It's how you share a reel that you're interested in. It's part of Instagram in a way that I think it's not clear that Instagram would be as useful or helpful if we pulled it out. I don't know if 2026 is the new 2016, but I did find it pretty fun to go check out a bunch of photos from me from 10 years ago. So I just posted one of those. Those ad years are going around. They're pretty wild. 10 years ago, I was 43. I had just had my first kid, and I had a lot less gray in the beard and in the hair. Another good idea about saved. I'll talk to the team about this. Not currently working on it, but I like it. So what we added in edits is the ability to add a reel or even a profile preview to a new reel that you create. So it's embedded there, but you can actually tap it and then go to the real one. So if I embed a reel of, let's say, me explaining how ranking worked from 5 years ago, and you can see that in the reel as like a little overlay, and then you can tap it and go to the original one. Same thing with profiles. I send a lot of little advice like this to my broadcast channel, which you can also check out if you want. Posting every day is not for everybody. It can be too much work if it's taking you a ton of time to produce each reel. But posting more frequently in general, which could be every day, does help increase your reach and increase your followers over time. Sometimes people see when they post, their followers go down because some of their followers see that post and then decide, unfortunately, to unfollow you. But that's temporary, and overall, the more you post, in general, the more followers you get because the more people see your content, share that content, get recommended that content, and then decide to follow you in the future. All right, I got to get back to meetings. I'll see y'all later. Have a good weekend. Peace.